Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Dave here, and today we're going to learn Tell the Truth by Clapton off of Derek and the Dominos. A lot of great versions out there over the years, including Tedeschi Trucks, so there's some variants in rhythm, but we're going to give you all the elements to make it happen. Let's just get right into it. So to get started, we're going to place our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and hammer our ring finger into the 4th fret. Move down to the ground and play the 2nd fret twice with our index. The first one's going to be short, so we're just going to relax the pressure. So we'll relax the pressure and then play it again. That whole thing happens twice. Before we move backwards, 4-2 on the 5th string and the open 6th string. So 4-2-0 and then an E chord. Then it does it again. Now, when we move into this next part, we're going to grab a G chord at the 3rd fret. Move it up a half step to the G sharp, and then we're at A. But instead of playing a regular A, we're going to switch our middle finger to that 7th fret on the 5th string to get that power chord. We're going to do this classic blues thing. So on the and of 4, we're always going to be playing just the 6th string. So we're going to play the power chord, the 6th string. Then we're going to place our pinky on the 9th fret and play 5 and 9 together. Okay, and we're just going back and forth in between those, always playing the 6th string in between. You can palm mute this too. This sounds nice, palm muted. You know, that's a whole bunch of classic blues and rock songs right there if you don't know that. So we do that for 4 bars. So this part, we're going to start at that like E power chord, open E power chord. And you're going to play the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, always hitting that 6th string in between. That's the common thing. Then we're going up to that 5th fret, so 2, 4, 5, 4, and then the last one, which is going to be the first one as it repeats around again, that's going to be anticipated, which means instead of waiting for 1, the downbeat of 1, we play it on the and of 4, and we let it ring through 1. So it'll sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4. So we walk back up, power chord. You could do full chords, but power chord's fine at that point. And then we're back to the A. We're going to do this for 4 bars. So on 3 and 4 in of that last bar, bar 4, 3, climb in again. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Number 3. And we do basic. 2, 3, 4. So you almost do 4 bars of B there, but basically you gotta comp out on that last measure. You just hit on 1, 2, and you can slide off like that. That'll totally work. So at that point, we're in the verse. Okay. So actually, let me go over that one more time. So we're going 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 3, 4. So in the verse, you're playing A and E, but I'm going to play them both in open position because it kind of just works. You could even just kind of do that same groove with just a chord. That would get you through for most of this, especially if you're like singing along, you know, it's a little fuller. But you can kind of just revert back to... So it only does 1 bar each, 1 and 2, and then bounces back and forth between the A and E. It does that. It'll do it 6 times, or 6 bars, I should say. So 1, 2, 3 times through both of them. Now, here's where it gets crazy. You're going to have to approach this G chord on bar 1, or beat 1, with a down up. So coming from that, it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So that's going to sneak up on you. But that's how you want to kind of play that. Down 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so This is the chorus at this point, essentially. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's a lot of up strums going there. Let's just go over that again. You're gonna go down, 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 4, and so on beat 4, I want to scrape and then up on the D chord. So essentially, if we're starting right on beat 1, it's down, 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 up, scrape. Let's do that again. Down, 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 scrape. Okay. Let's add that little down, up, down. Down, down, up, scrape. Up, down, up, down. So then after that, once you get on that D, it's going to have that consistent up, down, miss, up, down, miss, up, down, miss. And if you can kind of keep that going, that's going to start to feel a little more comfortable. Let's get back into it from the G. So we're going to go down, up, down, down. And so that last up, you're going to move up a lot of common themes of just walking up half steps, and even more than just half steps later in the solo section. But for now, yeah, we're just walking up to that E. So one more time in context. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and okay, so that's gonna start just down strums, pretty straightforward on the E. 1, 2, 3, and you immediately have to get to that B chord on the and of 3 there. So it's then from there, it's just gonna be a lot of up strums back and forth between that E and that B chord. So again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So it's just all up strums, and that's when you can switch to the chord. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and you can do another. You can do it from the B or from the G again. I forget exactly what it is. Down, down, down. So that time right there, it's like it's gonna do the whole thing again. You're about to walk up to the E, but the second time when you're walking up from that D, it's gonna skip over to the B. So in context. 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3. And then you're just back at the verse. So we've kind of covered all that. Let's just play the whole chorus all the way through again. So you got down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 So once you come out of the chorus, it just goes back into the verse, and we've already done that. We've already done the chorus again. The second time it does the chorus, instead of just hitting that B once, we're going to grab that classic blues thing there. So, you know, in context. And this does it, you would think it'd be 4 times, or 4 bars, but there's 2 extra bars. It does that same exact walk-up thing. So it's gonna 3 and 4 and 1. So we got 7th fret, 8th fret, 9th fret. But so the C sharp at the 9th fret, it's good there. It feels comfortable. It's easier to grab that kind of bluesy thing. But we're gonna be going to the 4th fret for G sharp in a second. So I'd actually recommend shifting that to the 4th fret on the 5th string there. So you play the B at the 7th fret, 8th fret for C, C sharp at the 4th fret on the 5th string. You get 4 bars of this here. So this is all over the solo section, by the way. Then you're gonna move up to the ceiling for that G sharp. Beat 3, this is where it gets crazy. We're gonna grab a full chord, A sharp, or G sharp, and we're gonna go down, down, up. Okay, so we're gonna go down twice on that G sharp, move up a half step up on A, So, and then we're back to B flat, that B. So in context, that whole solo section will sound like this coming from the chorus. And on that fourth bar of B there, you just slide back and then you're back into the verse. From there, it does another verse and a chorus, and then the outro solo is just chilling on B that whole time. So it's really just kind of that solo section that gets real crazy. Super fun to solo over, by the way. You could just take blues scales, but I kind of like to treat each one of them as like a Mixolydian thing. So you're playing like B, and then you got to move it up to C sharp, and then you're moving to A sharp, G sharp, I'm sorry, I keep saying A sharp, before you're back to B again. So if you're versed with scales, you know, try the minor pentatonic just wherever it's at. It'll totally work. It'll sound great, but I find that like kind of playing some of I'm not even going to bother right now, but I find playing some more like Mixolydian lines. You get the idea. You can start to hear the changes go by. It's more indicative of what you hear people playing. It's easier with a backing track going on in between it. Hey, that's pretty much all you need to know to play Tell You the Truth, so hope you dug it. We'll see you next time.